In a moment that has sent shockwaves through the fitness world, Chris Bumstead, the six-time classic physique Mr. Olympia, has announced his retirement from competitive bodybuilding. After a legendary career that defined an era, Sebum is stepping off the stage for the final time. Today we're breaking down his incredible journey, why he's retiring, and what this means for bodybuilding's future. Chris Bumstead wasn't always a global icon. Like many champions, his rise started in humble surroundings. Born in Ottawa, Canada, Chris entered his first competition at the age of 19, not knowing that just a few years later, he would be dominating the biggest stage in bodybuilding, the Olympia. With his natural talent and guidance from his brother-in-law and coach, Ian Valliere, Chris quickly shot up the ranks, making his Olympia debut in 2017. Though he placed second that year, it became clear that he was destined for greatness. By 2019, Chris claimed his first Mr. Olympia Classic Physique title and began what would become one of the most celebrated runs in bodybuilding history. The world of bodybuilding has always been about size and symmetry, but Chris brought something different to the table: the perfect blend of mass, aesthetics, and old-school elegance. He wasn't just a bodybuilder, he was a work of art on stage. Chris's journey to his 6 Olympia titles was marked by not just physical excellence, but also mental toughness. His commitment to improving every year, despite battling serious health issues like IgA nephropathy, a kidney condition that nearly derailed his career, speaks to the kind of champion he is. In 2024, Chris solidified his status as a legend, taking home his 6th consecutive Mr. Olympia Classic Physique title. No one could argue that he wasn't the greatest classic physique athlete of all time. But all great runs come to an end. Just days after his 6th victory, Chris shocked fans around the world with an announcement they never expected. He was retiring from competitive bodybuilding. For many fans, the announcement felt surreal. How could someone at the peak of their career walk away? But for Chris, this was about more than just bodybuilding. It was about his health, his future, and his desire to pursue new passions outside of competition. While Chris Bumstead looked unbeatable on stage, behind the scenes, the physical and mental toll of competing at the highest level was wearing him down. Bodybuilding isn't just about lifting heavy. It's a 24/7 commitment that affects every aspect of life. In his announcement, Chris emphasized the importance of listening to his body and mind. Chris Bumstead's legacy isn't just about his physique, it's about his influence on the sport. He brought back the golden era of aesthetics, focusing on symmetry and balance instead of just size. More importantly, he showed the world that you can be humble, transparent, and authentic in an industry that often prizes ego. His impact has transcended the sport, with millions of fans who've never stepped foot on a bodybuilding stage, yet see him as a source of inspiration for fitness, health, and perseverance. So what's next for Chris Bumstead? Retirement from competition doesn't mean he's disappearing. In fact, Chris has hinted at bigger things ahead, expanding his fitness and lifestyle brand, focusing on mental health advocacy, and sharing more behind-the-scenes content with his massive fan base. From business ventures to fitness coaching and motivational content, Chris Bumstead is ready to take on the world beyond the Olympia stage. And no doubt, wherever he goes, his loyal fan base will follow. Chris Bumstead may be retiring from competitive bodybuilding, but his story is far from over. As he steps into the next phase of his life, one thing is clear: his legacy will live on, inspiring athletes, fans, and everyone who has been a part of this incredible journey. Thank you, Chris Bumstead, for everything you've given to bodybuilding. You've changed the sport forever.